Hello, folks. It's Dylan from AlternateUniverses here, bringing you another round of Modern. This time we have Josh Podachek on Jund Midrange versus Dan Atkins playing Yorion 4-color Vivien pod combo, which is essentially your regular Elementals deck with the Vivien pod combo included in the deck. It's actually a really fun version of the deck. It's what I've been playing lately. It was really funny, round one, putting it on camera unintentionally. I was just like, this looks like I know you both. It'll be a fun matchup, on camera. So if you don't know what the Vivien pod combo is it uses Vivien on the Hunt, the new Planeswalker from the streets of New Capenna, Planebound Accomplice, and then goes into a Feldar Guardian Kiki Jiki combo. So what you typically will do is you have like Planebound Accomplice, activate the activated ability of Planebound Accomplice, put Vivien on the board, Vivien uptick, sacrifice the Planebound Accomplice, and you go into your deck, you find a creature 1 CMC higher, which is Feldar Guardian. You use Feldar Guardian to blink the Vivien, reactivate the Vivien, popping the Feldar, going to get Karmic Guide, bring the Feldar back, blinking Vivien again, and then you use Vivien to pop Feldar to go get Kiki Jiki. You Kiki Jiki copy Karmic Guide bring back Feldar Guardian blink Kiki, and then you have Kiki copy Feldar Guardian 10 billion times, and you make him a bunch of cats. Then you kill your opponent with cats. Alright. So Dan's turn 1 consisted of a forest into a Utopia Sprawl. I forget which color he names here. I do not quite remember. Josh is going to lead on a swamp into an Inquisition of Kozilek. So we see Feldar Guardian, Solitude, Utopia Sprawl, and Abundant Growth in hand, as well as an Iron Mesa. So Josh is only able to take either the Abundant Growth or the Utopia Sprawl, because I believe Inquisition is CMC 3 or less, unless I am blanking. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just those two. So he opts to take the Abundant Growth, which is just the Archon's Astrolabe. I will die on this hill. Nah, I'm trying to, I'm looking at the... That's probably the correct call. There is an argument to take the Utopia Sprawl, though. Just because, it does accelerate Dan. But, alright, so here's Tap of the Forest for green plus respective color that was added. I want to say one was blue, one was white. I could be wrong, though. We'll know probably off of what Dan fetches for the Arid Mesa. He's going to play the Utopia Sprawl, enchanting that forest, choosing another thing. That one land is producing 3 mana from here on out. I imagine Dan is just going to fetch a Triumph during Josh's turn, but we'll see. Alright, Leona Bloodstained Mire. I did not color correct this properly when I was doing the recording. We're a little whitewashed right now. But I guess that does not matter for gameplay reasons. Alright, fetching out another swamp. This Jund deck is looking very mono black at the moment. 2 mana. What are we playing? We're playing a Dark Confidant. Alright. Playing out ye old Bob. Speaking of Bob, did you know that we are going to be hosting a store championship at our Bluebell location, where and our Wilmington location, and I believe Holmes as well, where you can win a foil, alt art, full art Dark Confidant with our name stamped on it. And if you make top 8, you also get a foil, alt art, Archmage's Charm with our name stamped on it. The format will be Pioneer. The date, I believe, is July 9th, 10th, and 16th. Saturday, July 9th at AlternateUniverses Bluebell will be the Pioneer Store Championship. Sunday, July 10th at AlternateUniverses Holmes will also be, they're all Pioneer. But yeah, Sunday, July 10th at Holmes. And Saturday, July 16th at AlternateUniverses Wilmington. That one is in Delaware, if you folks do not know about our Wilmington location. Fantastic spot, as well as the Holmes place. It'll be a $20 entry. Each player gets a promo flame slash for entering. Registration will start at noon, and the tournament will start at 1 p.m. There's your advertisement for the video. Dan on the other side now has a turn 3 Omnath, Locus of Creation, having tapped Forest for 3 different mana. Now this person he hasn't put his land yet, so he gets to do like the full value. Alright, so we're gonna gain 4 life here going to 23. We're going to fetch. Probably, we know he has a Solitude in his hand, so I imagine he's going to go get a white source. That way he can just double up on the, double up on white, the second activation of Omnath's ability, and then just cast a Solitude. Exiling the Dark Confidant, and then just taking away Josh's draw engine, and then the value that Dan has from this point forward is just probably insurmountable for Jund to come back to. Jund, while an interesting color combination, I feel like always has issues with decks that just like hard or have like good card draw. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. I don't know like if Jund ever beats 4 color, but I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me that I'm wrong and that Lily on the Veil is a good card. It happens every week. Alright, Josh's gonna go get lead on a Bloodstained Mire here. Fetching out. I would say the cool thing is, he is now able to, if he has a Fatal Push in hand, he can push the Omnath, because unless I'm forgetting something, the Revolt trigger lets you kill CMC 4 or less. Yeah. Or mana value, whatever we call it now. Alright, go ahead and get to Stomping Ground. There's our Gruul. And there's a Fatal Push going to kill the Omnath off. And there comes a Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf, I think, will be a 5/6, if I am remembering correctly.
Instant sorcery, so 5.
So Josh should have land instant sorcery. Dan has creature.
Finished.
And something else. Enchantment, yeah. Because the Monograph is discarded. Alright, Dan just picked up a Plainbound Accomplice. Does he have? He does have Vivien in hand. I mean, he has the kill. Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a second red mana. Damn. There's the sounds of some type of housework going on outside my home. Alright. Going to play Felidar Guardian, blink the Solitude, exile Tarmogoyf. Josh is going to gain 5 health with a 23. Yeah, so those Utopia spells are definitely in blue and white. Otherwise, he just, play Mount Accomplice. Activate the ability to put Vivien into play and then combo kill. So there should be a second Felidar Guardian in Dan's deck if he's using Andrea Mangucci's build, which I imagine he is.
Make a sacrifice creature.
Alright, so Lily on the Veil is going to come down, going to downtick, going to make Dan sacrifice a creature. Dan's just going to get rid of that Solitude. Now, it would be really strong here if Josh has a second Fatal Push. I don't know what that card was. It looked like Priest of Felrites, but I can't imagine it's that, because Priest of Felrites is Orzhov. I ain't going to play out a Ragavan. But it looked like the sketch version of the card from MH2. So we picked up an Omnath for turn. We got Plainbound Accomplice, Vivien, Omnath. There's 4 mana. Here comes the Locus of Creation. Gonna draw a card. Was it unable to find a land? But it's going to swing the Felidar Guardian at the Lily on the Veil. The question is, does Ragavan jump in front of it?
Go ahead.
Yep. Makes sense. It's not like the Ragavan attack is getting through, right? The big angry jelly bean is a pretty solid body.
Let's go to the next game.
And looks like Josh is just going to scoop it up. He's unable to deal with the Omnath value. And hey, we're right into game 2. That says Josh won game 1, Dan won game 1. That gets fixed in like 7 seconds. Please don't count it out to see if I'm right or not about the 7 seconds. Alright, Josh is going to lead on a Bloodstained Liar and Fetch. Will he be getting a basic? He is getting a basic. Going to 19. If I remember correctly, he's going to go to 17 because he's going to cast a Thoughtseize. He's a Stomping Ground of Forest and Abundant Growth. Endurance. Omnath. Karmic Guide. Using the cool Karmic Guide too. And it's a Fairy Time Raveler.
Oh, you mean to make it legal?
I'm just going to give Karmic Guide a read real quick.
It returns a creature.
Which is understandable. It's not a card that you see very often in Modern.
I see. Let me see what my hand does and where your hand lines up.
It's like a weirdly good card in
Abundant Growth only changes the color. It doesn't add
in elementals
so
in general.
Really slow. Really
I drew it the one game I was testing. I was like, oh damn, I don't want to draw this. And I was like, wait, I can just cast this and Ravage my Fury. Sick. It is a monster reborn. It costs 5 mana, but like, yeah, you know.
Did I write those?
Alright, so we're discarding that Omnath.
Fairy. Karmic Guide.
Imagine Dan's turn 1 is just going to be Forest Abundant
One
Growth
thing I don't want to
Paths.
lose to this game
But
is that fucking card again.
that could change depending on what he draws.
Gosh darn card.
Yeah.
Taking some notes down on what cards are in his hand, as a player should. Now, you will see sometimes that in like local tournaments, your opponent will just play revealed, which I think happens later on in one of our rounds. But yep, there's Forest, Abundant Growth, drawing a card.
Color that just adds any other.
But in comp REL events and like all that shenanigans, you should definitely write down what your opponent's got. Just gonna shock down to 15. Find a Blood Grip. Do we get to see a Dark Confidant? No? Alright, dash and a Ragavan. In my opinion, much better than playing out a Dark Confidant. It was a Misty Rainforest. I'm going to make a treasure token. Pops a treasure. Casting another Thoughtseize, okay. Got those nice borderless Thoughtseizes from Double Masters. 1. I have to, I guess, differentiate now since we have Double Masters 2 right on the horizon. Speaking of which, because this video will be posted in time, this weekend, this video gets posted on Thursday, June 30th, which means July 2nd, which is this Saturday, we'll be hosting a Double Masters 2 preview draft event. Entries, I believe, $55. Registration starts at 12, and then the tournament starts at 1. There's no pre-registering for it, and yeah, it'll be a cool time. I should be there, drafting some Double Masters, hopefully opening another Ren and 6. I need exactly 1 more. That way I can stop borrowing my coworkers' Ren and 6s. But yeah, should be a good time. Lots of cool cards in the set. Maybe we'll open an Imperial Seal in draft. I don't know if how good Imperial Seal will be in draft, but it'd be cool to open one. Yeah. Dan's just going to play a Stomping Ground Pass. He's got quite a slow hand, but that's not bad, right? Like, if you've played the 4-color deck, the slow hands really aren't that rough. God knows I've lost to the quote-unquote slow hands from 4-color before. So, alright, Ragavan's coming in, we're attacking, we're making a treasure. Does Josh have a land to play this turn? He does. Plays a Verdant Catacomb. So he plays basic Swamp. I wonder if he plays basics for the other 2 types. Maybe 1 each.
I'll pass the turn.
I know this isn't like... Oh, it's like knock over my headphones. I know this isn't like the typical Jund list. He said it was kind of a brew that he had, that he was working on. Which is pretty sweet. We're just like slapping all the good Jund cards into the colors. I know he asked for Riveteer's Charms before the tournament. I don't know if he was ever able to find them. That card, quite cool. I know Aspiring Spike was using it a good bit. Right, Josh is going to fetch. see, Furies, Blood Moons. Oh yeah, it does have a basic forest. So I will say, typically, bringing in Blood Moon against the 4-color deck isn't, like, it... This
Wait, that's the treasure.
sounds wrong, right?
I'll go to my turn.
But bringing in Blood Moon against the 4-color deck is usually not the greatest idea, because they are typically they're a moon style effect in the sideboard themselves, to the point that a lot of the elemental decks play one Mags to the Moon in the main board now, because they just will aggressively fetch basics, but also Mana Growth is color fixing for them. So it's not always the greatest thing. Now, this matchup, since the pod version is a little bit more combo oriented and can't play like all of the other things that the elemental deck plays, like you don't have caverns in the main, and whatnot. Oh, we're gonna flash an endurance at end of turn.
Random order? Random order on the bottom of the elevator.
Not at end of turn. In response to the Ren activation, that's pretty good. So yeah, this version, a little bit softer than Blood Moon, but also, again, it's 4-color. They aggressively fetch out B6. Alright, they're going to play the Bloodstained Mire for turn. Now is it Obnixilis the Adversary? No, that's an Assassin's Trophy. No, he has Obnixilis in the hand too. It's Obnixilis, Ragavan, and Assassin's Trophy. I think Josh is debating if he wants to Assassin's Trophy the Endurance here. Could also just be thinking about playing out the Obnixilis. So we're going to fetch. Grabs a basic mountain, answering my question about the basic count. About which basics he plays with the last 2 fetches. Very convenient. Plays out the Ragavan.
Okay.
Got a blocker to protect that red and 6. Dan is unfortunately a land short of being able to play that Omnath. Prismatic Engine on Ragavan.
Go to combat.
Going to Kraken for 3 at red and 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's turn.
Let's red go to 1 here.
Bump run up to 2.
Red's going to get 2. We're going to plus that Bloodstained Mire. Dan's able to Eldamri's Call here in the end step too, which is nice because, you know, Abundant Growth lets him tap that forest for white. I'm not sure what he E-calls for exactly.
Go to 10.
If he doesn't have Omnath, he could go get Omnath and hope he draws the land. Could go for a Rhythm Reef here to just try and get a card draw engine going. Because I feel like he has a Solitude in his hand, if I remember correctly. Very high chance that I don't. 3 mana. Is it Obnixilis? It is Obnixilis the Adversary. It was at this point I was asking for tokens, and I was like, oh no, I gotta go get a marker.
3, and then I'm gonna -2 to make a little 1/1. Okay.
Because we have the
Do you have those little
whiteboard
token
tokens.
cards anymore or no?
Oh, we have a set of them for the stream. We're working on getting them in the store to actually sell. Because they are really cool. Alright, so Obnixilis is going to down tick here. We're going to make a Devil.
This is a 1/1 devil that when it dies, you just 1 damage.
Devil says when it dies, you do a damage to a random thing. To a random thing. To a target of your choice.
Lose 2 life unless you discard a card.
It wouldn't be good
and
if
I
you
control a devil,
had to
that's a
assign the
D-bar,
damage randomly.
I gain 2 life. Okay. Fine. This. What's that?
While we wait for
gotcha.
a marker to
I
arrive
need
for
a
the
second
tokens.
one then if you had more than one.
Is anyone here going to SCG Syracuse? If so, I'll see you there. I don't think I'm playing Magic at that event,
Okay,
but
so this is a
'I'll be there.
1/1
And if you are
devil.
playing Magic, I wish you good luck.
And this one is the treasure still.
Alright, so we got a 1/1 Devil. That blue is not showing up well on the camera, but that is a 1/1 Devil.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then we got a treasure token.
And then I did my things. I already used Ren, so I'm done.
Alright, Baz is straight. Now has up now to whatchamacallit, if needed.
Sure thing.
Abrupt Decay. Or Assassin's
Trigger
Trophy.
any creature?
Assassin's Trophy.
I feel like there's an Omnath in my near future. But you have 3 mana, unless you're stuck on 3.
So we're E-calling here. What are we getting?
The double thoughts he's
I saw him thumb over that playing about Accomplice. He's thinking about it.
Going for it. You gonna draw that land?
Go to get on that.
That's cool. Alright. Don't draw it!
It's a fairy?
Alright, plays out its Fairy Time Ravel here.
Respond to that since I can't.
He's going to be able to bounce the token here, and the token will not trigger because the devil has to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I think we're in response to the fairy getting cast. Thinking if we want to Assassin's Trophy the Endurance.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Assassin's
And it's
Trophy.
going to. Which will allow Dan to go get a basic land.
I'm giving you land.
So he can
yeah.
go get whatever he is missing. Which I imagine he'll go get a mountain. Since he can produce blue off the forest. And then if he draws Playbout Accomplice, he can do the cat combo.
It's a basic land?
I think, again, he has a Vivien in hand. Debating if the mountain's what he wants. The sides of the mountain. Very cool basics, by the way. Old school basics, just, they look nice.
Fairy land.
Alright, Fairy resolves. The Fairy's going to down take. We're going to bounce the devil. At this point,
Sure, it deals
we're going to
with
read the devil, because it doesn't trigger one of these about for just what it does.
It dies. I guess, does that... No? Oh, okay, I got you. I was thinking when it left.
Play land for turn.
Yep.
Alright, going to play a land for turn.
Now you have all the lands anyway.
See, Kiki Jiki in Dan's hand. He's drawing the wrong parts of the combo. Though, you also can just, like, play Feldar Guardian and play Kiki Jiki. This deck is able to do silly things like that. And what did Josh draw?
I'm going to bump him up.
I'm going to plus here on Obnixilis.
Or you lose 2 life unless you discard a card.
Going to make Dan either lose 2 life or discard a card. Just opts to take the 2 life. Goes down to 14. I think he has another Omnixus in his hand. I think that's what he picked up for turn. Going to play Bloodstained Mire. Going to tap 3 mana. There's a new Omnixus. We're going to keep the new one.
And then I'll bump it up to 4 to make you lose 2 life again.
And we're going to plus there. I'm going to make it Dan. Discard a card to take 2 life. Lose 2 life. Opts to discard something. Probably the Kiki Jiki, if he still has the Karma Guide in his hand.
You're up.
Because he gets to do actually a really cool play, which I'm pretty sure I remember him doing. He drew another one. Alright, here's 5 mana. Karma Guide.
Which one's that?
Reanimates a creature.
Karma Guide is going to bring back the Kiki Jiki.
Okay.
Dan discarded.
Kiki-Jiki.
Kiki's then going to copy
Copy Karma Guide.
the Karma Guide. The Karma Guide is going to bring back the Omnath.
Ew, that's gross.
I mean, Omnath.
We're going to get an ETB trigger off that Omnath.
Good match.
And yep, Josh is just going to scoop it up again, unable to deal with the value that Omnath provides. So Dan's going to take it 2-0 with your Vivien Pod. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I appreciate you all.